Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Willy123T here, and I'm going to be talking about something that I talked about in a video last year around this time, and that is my experiences in the Brony community. Now, last year, on August 10th, that was my 1 year anniversary of becoming a Brony. I was going to do this video on August 10th of this year for my 2 year anniversary of becoming a Brony, but just like a combination of like laziness and forgetfulness and not really caring, that was just sort of like just kind of pushed it back a little. But I've got some free time now, so there's just a couple things I want to talk about. um Last year, the reason I did it like on that date is because it was a big video. It was like 1 year, and at that time I was really like enjoying the Brony community and saw a lot of good coming from it, and I really felt like it was a big part of my life and shit. But I don't know. This year it's sort of like the main reason I'm doing this is not simply because it's my 2 year anniversary of becoming a Brony. It's primarily because there's a lot of stuff that I said in my 1 year anniversary last year that I really just completely do not agree with anymore. Just so much stuff has changed. A lot of things in my perception have changed, and I don't know. It's just I've got a completely different outlook on the shit now, and I don't really mean that in a good way. So last year's video was really well received. It got about 700 views, 34 likes, and it got like 45 comments. Wow, I didn't even realize. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people really liked it. Paleo Steno, I mentioned him in that video. He posted it on his Tumblr, if I remember correctly. There was one guy who said it was like one of the most inspiring Brony videos he's ever seen. It was just a really well received video, and I was really happy about that because I put a lot of work into it, and like I said at the time, I felt like the Brony community was a big part of my life. And yeah, I mean, that was, I guess it was kind of cool seeing like the fan base like come to my video and shit and just say nice things. But you really think about it, it's not a big thing. It's just not. And like, fucking here, let me read the description on this video. It says, "I can't believe I've already been a Brony for a full year. Thanks to all my Bronies out there who've made it a great experience. I hope you enjoy the video. I explain how I got into the show and why I love it so much, so hopefully you'll learn a thing or two about me. Also, I will not be claiming this video since I want people to be able to watch it without any annoying ads." That is true. To this day, I still have not claimed that video. "Sorry if I talk kind of fast at some parts. This took a few takes, and I was getting kind of annoyed. Anyways, to commemorate 1 year of awesomeness, Brony Week will take place on my channel from August 12th to August 18th, so stay tuned." And then I put a bunch of links and shit. I'm obviously not doing Pony Week again. Just wanted to point that out in case anyone actually gave a shit. Because if I were, it'd be starting late, obviously. So, for those of you that actually didn't see that video last year, or just for whatever reason didn't watch it, or whatever, basically, the short version of it is, I got into the Brony community in the summer of 2011. My really good friend Julio, he showed me it. He was like, "Yo, man, check this out." I was like, "Nah, man, that's gay as fuck." And then August 10th, 2011, something just fucking clicked in my head, and I was like, "Hey, it's a good show, fuck it." And, I like just dropped some shit, fuck. Anyways, from there on, a bunch of shit really happened. It was just like, it became a more and more part of my life, I guess. There were periods in time where I'd be super obsessed with it, and then periods in time where I wouldn't even give like two shits about it. And then last summer, I just was like at an all-time high. Like last summer, I liked it even more than I did in the summer of 2011 when I first discovered it. Like, even when it was an alien concept to me, it's still, the feeling of discovering it didn't even compare to how much I was fucking obsessed with it last year. Because last year I feel like I really rediscovered it in a new way. And a lot of that credit I've got a lot of that can be accredited to Saber Spark when I saw his Ballad of the Brony video and all that shit. But I don't know, just talking about this really makes me like think, what the fuck happened? Cause like, I just I don't like it. Like, the brony community, what can you honestly say about it anymore? It's just the same shit. It's the same fucking spaghetti dropping autistic motherfuckers all everywhere you fucking go. It's just like, oh, I'm not trying to fucking say I'm leaving the fandom or any of that bullshit. I do still consider myself a brony just because of how much I've enjoyed the show in the past and how many good memories I have with it and all that stuff. And I just don't consider myself that flamboyant of a brony. I mean, I did go to TrotCon this summer for whatever that's worth. That was mainly just for the music, though. I just wanted to fucking see Aftermath and Eurobeat Brony and all that shit. But, I mean, I've got merchandise. I've got fucking a bunch of other bullshit. I don't know. I've got, like, shirts and cards and all that good stuff. And, like, I went to Candlelight Gardens while I was still on that, like, high of, like, oh, shit, man, this is awesome. And then, yeah, then it was kind of, like, I'm not gonna lie, I honestly thought there'd be a huge difference between, like, going to a convention, with, like, take Candlelight Gardens, for example. When I went to Candlelight Gardens, that was around the time I made, 1 year of Brony, and I'd say it was about a month after, because it was in September, and, you know, so I was still in, like, that high of, like, yeah, man, it was, like, my first Brony convention. I was finally going to get to see all these cool motherfuckers that, like, I had been, like, worshipping on the internet and all that shit. And then compare that to TrotCon, which I went to in June of this year. Like, I went in there, like, not really giving a shit. Like, I haven't been keeping up with the show, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't watched anything from Season 3 past, the Babseed episode or whatever, with the exception of the finale. Like, that's another thing. I did the same exact thing with Season 2. Didn't watch any of Season 2 except for, like, the first, like, quarter of it. And then, but the thing is, I marathoned that fucking shit to no end during last summer. This summer, I didn't give a shit, really didn't. Fucking, I said, fuck it, like, didn't even try to keep up with it. And it's like, going to those two conventions with those completely different mindsets, it actually didn't change a lot. And, honestly, I think I had a better time at TrotCon, to be honest with you, just because I'm not going to blame it on Candlelight Gardens, because a lot of the bad shit that happened at Candlelight Gardens was because of me being, I don't really want to say not cautious, but, like, I don't know, I got really, really sick at Candlelight Gardens, and that just fucking ruined it for me. So, yeah, I didn't get to really see any musical acts at Candlelight Gardens except for, like, Michelle Creeber and fucking Mando Pito, but, I don't know. At TrotCon, I got to see, like, 7 hours worth of music because I wasn't fucking sick off my ass at TrotCon. And I think Candlelight Gardens was the first experience for me, so I didn't actually expect to get sick as fuck. With TrotCon, I fucking prepared my shit for that, man. I was, like, popping vitamins, and it was, I was healthier than a motherfucker. But, yeah. Brony community, I honestly, I'm not going to say that I'm 100% sure that it's completely dropped and changed, because it might just be me looking at it and thinking, like, with a different mindset. Something may have changed in my personal life, but I honestly think that it's not that. I think that it's the Brony community itself that has changed. Because just look at it. It's every single thing that happens, there's a shitstorm over it. It's never any positive reviews or anything. It's never any positive reactions. Just there's always people bitching about this, and it's the same story over and over again, no matter what it was. You got Alicorn Twilight, you got fucking Equestria Girls, you got all this shit, and it's like, you don't know what it's gonna be like. I mean, I agree, Alicorn Twilight wasn't a good idea. Fuck that shit. Equestria Girls, I didn't even watch that. You know why? Because I don't give a shit anymore. I just don't. I don't even keep up with the community. Like, honestly, last year, the community is fucking what drew me in so hard, even more so than the show. And I just don't give a shit anymore. I don't keep up with any Brony musicians anymore, except for, like, the ones that I fucking die-hard fan myself to, like, Yelling at Cats and fucking, I don't even, like, Aftermath, like, those, and, like, Silvahound, I guess. Like, I honestly don't keep up with any more than that. Like, fuck, man. And like, Jesus Christ, this was one of my worst mistakes. I fucking had my iPod filled to the fucking brim with pony music last year, and goddamn, I realize now I had a lot of shitty music on there, and I'm glad I got rid of that shit. I spent a lot of time listening to some shitty music. But I will say, I did spend a lot of time listening to good music, because I logged like fucking 700 plays on like I'll Take You by Yelling at Cats or some shit like that. It's fucking crazy. But now like I just don't give a shit about the community. Like, even the like slightest bit of drama in the Brony community had me like fucking with the 7 bags of popcorn, like fucking munching that shit, like mashing F5, like fucking that shit. But now I just see drama and I'm like, same shit as always. Just keep on scrolling, you know? You know what I'm saying? You just eventually it just gets old for you. And then you look at the Brony community and you look at the kind of people that we put up. And the thing is, last year and even prior to last year when I wasn't even that big into it, I viewed the Brony community as like these great people. I'm talking about like the hierarchy of it. Like, the guys that are famous as fucking shit. And I was like, man, these guys are cool, man. They care about their fans. You got that strong love and tolerance message and shit, dog. And it's just like, now, that was just a completely false realization. Because now I look at it and I'm like, wow, these motherfuckers really don't give a shit about us. You gotta think about like all these assholes that are famous. They're just fucking fat asses circle jerking, making money off of a bunch of autistic spaghetti fuckers that see like a picture of Pinkie Pie on their fucking video, don't even give a fuck about how the music's composed, go fucking jack off to that shit. It's just, God, they're targeting such an easy fan base. And don't even get me started on some of the women. Yes, I am calling out fucking Pegasisters women, fucking it's not entirely their fault, simply because of how autistic the Brony community is, and how they should realize how fucking bullshit of a gimmick some of it is. But they're taking advantage of such an easy fan base to get famous in. If you have tits and a vagina, bam, right there, you are at the top of the fucking charts. I tell you what, goddamn. Oh, God. And then, you know, but going back to like how the hierarchy doesn't give a shit about anyone. Like, I thought like if you produce pony music, you'd fucking like get in on that shit and you'd be able to hang out with like all the cool kids. Nah, nigga. It's I don't know what it is. Like, BronyCon supposedly mic'd the microphone, which I fucking despise with every even back last year, I despised him with everything in my fucking heart, and I still do. But it's just like, he supposedly said there was like going to be some sort of social gathering at BronyCon after some performances or some shit with like all the musicians. He specifically said musicians, and then a smaller band that was there showed up, and he specifically like asked them, could you guys leave? And they weren't even doing anything wrong. And then Mike went back to his hotel room with like his select few buddies and circle jerked it or some shit and talked about fucking clopping and being gay as fuck or some shit. I don't know what they do. That's just my guess. And then you got fucking, I mean, we fucking glorify a pedophile in this community. How's that make you feel? Then you got a fucking, I mean, I'm not even going to target his fucking musical talent. Like, I feel like the fact that so many bronies have so little musical talent and still get famous, I feel like that just whole spiel has just been ridden out. It's a dead horse at this point, no pun intended. And then you got, we fucking look at Dusty Cat, fucking manliest brony in the world, right? Oh, you dropped spaghetti near me, let me just flip a fucking shit. God, so manly. And then he goes and tries to justify that, like, they surrounded me. Oh my God, they were getting a picture with your ass, dropped some spaghetti near you. It's not like they pulled a fucking knife on your ass. Fucking kiss my ass, God. It's just, meeting bronies. God. Don't even get me started on that one. Some of them are actually really cool, but I have had really good experiences with bronies in real life, and I've had really bad ones too. It's just, and I'm just gonna say, like, it seems like day by day there's more fucking cringe-worthy shit coming out, being pumped out by bronies. Bronies are just the powerhouse of cringe on the internet right now. They are just fucking... They're like the fucking Sonic Community 2.0 or some shit. I don't even know, man. So, I guess... TLDR... I like the show. It's got really good memories. I like some of the musicians. But really, the Brony community, it's just fucking stupid as fuck now. So just... fuck it. I'm just really done with it. Like, I don't keep up with anything anymore. And, that's just how I've changed. Or rather, how the Brony community has changed in the past 2 years. So, that's pretty much it. I'm Willie123T, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.